Order, enough.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to pay tribute to the work of Youth Off the Streets. I recently had the pleasure of meeting up with the legendary Father Chris Riley OAM. Father Chris epitomises what it means to be an inspirational individual, firmly of the belief that there is no such thing as a child born bad. He single-handedly targeted the circle of bad environments, circumstances and family situations. In 1991, he started the organisation with one single food van. Now it has more than 200 staff and more than 330 volunteers. Father Chris stepped down as CEO in 2020 due to health issues, but the organisation is just as important and relevant as it ever has been. Youth Off the Street provides various homelessness and housing support services for young people. These services include prevention and early intervention support, crisis accommodation, transitional housing, one-on-one casework support and referrals to other services. In the youth justice space, it provides one-on-one support and services to young people involved with or at risk of being involved with the justice system. These services include specialist casework, diversion programs, therapeutic pathways and a court support program. To give an idea of the scale of the problem, the year before last, almost 40,000 young people presented alone for homelessness support. 95% of young people accessing Youth Off the Streets Inner West Youth Homelessness Service had experienced domestic and family violence, which brings me to the update on the House on the latest youth crime statistics. As of February this year, 228 young people were in custody. Of those, 135 or 59% identified as First Nations people. More concerning, 60% of the 228 young people in New South Wales in custody are on remand and haven't even had their case heard yet. This is where the work of Youth Off the Streets becomes critical. Youth Off the Streets believes all children and young people should have the support and opportunities they need to be defined by their potential, not their circumstances. Little did Father Chris know back in the early 1990s that his work would lead to such a critical service to society decades later. I have been a community corrections officer. I know how tough it is out there for many of our young people. I also know that the only way to assure them of a better future is to strengthen our early intervention and diversionary programs. I don't like seeing the number of children who are homeless. I like it even less the numbers of kids in custody. I firmly believe the more kids who are off the streets, the less likely they are to end up in detention centres.
Thank you very much.